Have a good weekend.
A Catholic priest is in critical condition tonight after he was brutally attacked this morning in Sinton, and police say a parishioner is responsible. Action 10's Anthony Garcia joins us now live in the studio with more.
The stabbing happened this morning shortly after 7:30 to a Catholic priest parishioners say is kind, gentle, and always uplifting. Now many people are wondering how all of this could have happened. Shortly after this morning's church service, David Rodriguez, a known parishioner, beat then stabbed Father Saji Varghese multiple times. Father Saji was then able to walk from the church to his house, where he managed to knock on the window for help. A visiting priest found Father Saji and called 911. He was airlifted to Spawn Memorial, where he remains unconscious and in critical condition. Now parishioners are worried, upset, and confused.
Horrible how one of us that comes to church, because apparently this man came to Mass this morning, he received Holy Communion, and then he was at the altar praying, and then he goes and does something like this. I cannot understand that.
Now the Catholic Diocese is working to calm fears and remind parishioners the attacker is in custody.
Be not afraid. The person who allegedly attacked Father Saji is in the custody of the police here in Sinton, so be not afraid.
And another parishioner Action 10 spoke with says he's angry and the father didn't deserve what happened to him.
Yeah, I feel anger, but I also feel pity for the guy, because obviously he's messed up. Anybody that do something like that.
David Rodriguez is in police custody. Officials say he's charged with aggravated assault and tampering with evidence, but Sinton police refuse to elaborate on the charges or tell much about what happened. His bond is set at $350,000 and there's still no word yet on a motive. For the attack, in the studio, Anthony Garcia, Action 10 News.
A local man is in critical condition this afternoon after he crashed his truck into a highway pillar. Happened earlier this afternoon near the Highway 77-37 interchange. Troopers say the white male in his late 40s was driving southbound down Highway 77 when he veered off the road and smashed head-on into the pillar. Witnesses say he was in bad shape when they stopped to help.
According to witnesses, when they first walked up, he was conscious. However, he was not talking. He was moaning from more than likely the pain.
We helped him out. We were right there with him, trying to reassure him that everything was going to be okay, that there was policemen coming, ambulance.
Now, by the time EMS crews arrived, the man was unconscious and needed CPR. He was taken to Memorial Hospital with possible internal injuries. Troopers say the man was wearing a seatbelt. A woman nearly lost a thumb. Another did lose a tooth in a rollover accident overnight. Police say a van ran a stop sign along Mary Street, crashing into a white SUV, causing it to flip. Well, then the driver of the van ran from the scene. 2 women were taken to the hospital, and police are searching for the other driver. Earlier on the 3500 block of Tiger, police say a suspected drunk driver was speeding and crashed into another driver who'd run a stop sign. According to police, the 41-year-old driver of the Chevy appeared to be drunk and was taken to the hospital. The others involved weren't seriously hurt, but police say it could have been worse.
Anytime you have that much speed and anytime you have an intoxicated driver, we see it all the time where there's injury and death, so definitely could have been a lot worse.
Driver of the Chevy will be charged with a DWI. The other driver will be ticketed. And another stop sign runner flew over railroad tracks and straight into a family's front yard this morning. Around midnight, a speeding truck along County Road 81 crashed into a tree in the yard, and that's when the driver took off. The family who lives there says this is the 3rd time a car has crashed into their yard. If the driver is found, he'll be cited for speeding, running a stop sign, and failing to report the accident. Several Corpus Christi firefighters battled a grass fire this afternoon near Greenwood and Holly. Fire officials say it started around noon in a grassy field, but the high winds fanned the flames to 2 nearby junkyards. At least 2 cars burned along with some tires, creating a huge plume of black smoke. Firefighters had it under control quickly, but were worried about the wind.
We pretty much have it contained to this area. We are worried that with the wind, the potential for it to jump over our barriers. So we're worried about that. That's why we have so many engine companies on the backside trying to make sure that that doesn't happen.
6 engine companies and 2 brush trucks responded, spraying down
fields to make sure the fire didn't jump. Police have arrested a man and a woman they say are
connected to multiple beer and gas runs. Began last night when officers say the pair stole beer and a cash register from a speedy stop over on Saratoga. Jennifer Barrera and Robert Flores ran away, leaving their car at the scene. However, officers found the two hiding in a field along Saratoga. Police say they had been doing this for a while.
They apparently abandoned their vehicle because their vehicle ran out of gas. And we had the license plate on the vehicle from all the beer, pretty much all the beer runs. I think there were 4 or 5 last week, and this will be the 3rd one tonight. And we've been looking for them, so I guess their luck just finally ran out.
Now, last week, a store clerk told police that the same suspects tried to run him over with their car. The man and woman will be charged with robbery and theft. Police are searching for a 3rd possible suspect. And police continue their search for the suspect that shot a man Thursday during a drive-by. Happened just before 6:30 yesterday on the 4500 block of Castores. The 35-year-old victim told police that the passenger in a tan car shot at his house 3 times, hitting him once in the back. The man was taken to Memorial Hospital, is expected to recover. The shooter has not yet been found. On the crime beat, a Corpus Christi police officer is attacked by an angry man, and a motorcyclist is tasered.
Officers on a chase. Jennifer Lira has details.
The 7800 block of Bearden is where a police chase came to an end early this morning. It actually started on Suntide, where police say that motorcyclist Isidro Lopez refused to stop. They chased him all the way over here to Bearden, where they say the motorcyclist jumped off of the bike and took off running. Of course, police did catch up with him, and that's when they used a stun gun to stop him. The guy was arrested for evading, resisting arrest, and apparently he had 2 outstanding warrants. On the 10,000 block of SPID, the warehouse liquor store was broken into overnight. The front door was smashed in, and the burglar seems to have been after only one thing, cash, and it seems he knew exactly where to find it. Police say that he found a stash of cash for the deposit that was hidden in a special hiding place. So far, the burglar has not been caught. And on the 3,000 block of Antelope, a 29-year-old man tells police that he came outside to take out the trash, and he was apparently shot in the groin. This happened Monday. However, the man didn't go to the hospital until last night, saying that he didn't realize he'd been shot. Well, ER doctors tell police that his wound appears to be an extremely close gunshot wound or a contact wound. The man is telling police, though, that he believes it was just bad luck. On the 1500 block of 18th Street, 2 cops came out to investigate a fight that was apparently going on between 2 brothers, Jesus and Jose Moreno. Well, the 2 cops tried to break up the fight, and that's when they say that Jesus attacked one of the cops. Well, the other cop that was there grabbed his pepper spray and sprayed Jesus. Eventually, both brothers were arrested. The cop who was attacked may actually have a broken hand. On the crime beat, Jennifer Lita, Action 10 News.
The man accused of hitting and killing a Corpus Christi police officer earlier this year has now been indicted on charges of sexual assault. 21-year-old Daniel Lopez was indicted Thursday on 10 counts of sexual assault of a child. Lopez is also accused of hitting and killing Lieutenant Stuart Alexander during a police chase back on March 11th. 25-year-old Joshua Black was also indicted Thursday. Black was driving the SUV that crashed while chasing after teens who shot at his vehicle with paintballs back in March. Now, a passenger in the SUV was killed in that wreck. Black has been indicted on 1 count of intoxication manslaughter, 1 count of intoxication assault, and 3 counts of aggravated assault. The mother accused of locking her toddler inside a bathroom is pled guilty to injury to a child. Adriana Mendieta was sentenced to 10 years probation Thursday, and she's now allowed supervised visits with her daughter and will have to attend child care classes with Child Protective Services. Mendieta was charged with a 3rd-degree felony for locking her child in a bathroom back in October 2007. 13 red light cameras are set up at intersections around Corpus Christi, but one local politician is making it his goal to get rid of the cameras. Jennifer Lira is standing by live in the newsroom with that full story.
Well, Mike, State Representative Solomon Ortiz Jr. is backing a bill that would
keep any new red light cameras from going up, but it would also eventually mean that all cameras that are up
right now would have to be taken down. Right now, as you said, there are 13 red light cameras in our city. These cameras were put up back in late 2006 as a way to keep people safe. However, Ortiz says that according to statistics, those cameras are ineffective and that they actually only work as, quote, cash cows for cities. Ortiz has successfully passed an amendment that could put an end to these cameras.
This legislation still has to go through the Senate, but should it stay intact the way it is, this would mean that all current red light cameras, not just in Corpus Christi, but across the state, those contracts would be allowed to run their course and expire. Once they are expired, no new cameras would be able to be installed, nor will those contracts be allowed to be renewed.
He's told us today that accident history data that's been released by the city this year indicates that the
total number of accidents and the total number of injury accidents at red light camera intersections has actually increased. Now keep in mind, this new amendment still must pass the Senate before it ever gets to the governor's office. Reporting in the newsroom, Jennifer Lita, Action 10 News.
5 people have tested positive for the swine flu here in Nueces County. According to the latest update provided on the city's website, there are now 5 confirmed cases, 4 probable cases, and 756 suspected swine flu cases. That's up from 732 suspected cases reported yesterday. Now, for daily updates, you can log on to the city's website, cctexas.com. What to do with Memorial Coliseum? Up next, find out why city leaders may have to start all over in their search for an answer to that question when Action 10 News continues.
Hot and windy this evening as you look live at CityCam, brought to you by Ron Hoover RV Marine. These are daytime highs recorded just a few hours ago. Back in the 90s here in the city, 105 in Alice, also in the triple digits in Falfurrias. Your weekend forecast coming up.
You're watching KZTV, Action 10 News at 6.
Well, city leaders may be headed back to square one in ongoing efforts to figure out just what to do with Memorial Coliseum. For a while, it looked as though California company Leisure Horizons had the inside track on redeveloping the 55-year-old arena. But today, the city of Corpus Christi announced that they've been notified by Leisure Horizons that they are withdrawing from the project completely. The status of the redevelopment of the Coliseum will be discussed at Tuesday's City Council meeting. 1 year after Corpus Christi's first federally qualified health center opened, it appears the recession has taken its toll. Today, Action 10 got word that dental clinic services at the Amistad Clinic will no longer be provided. However, the nonprofit clinic will still continue to provide health care services. The clinic is located at 1533 Brownlee Boulevard. The District 3 runoff election between Priscilla Leal and Roland Barrera is tomorrow. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, you will need to bring your voter registration card or a photo ID. Of course, for a complete list of polling places, you can log on to the city's website at cctexas.com. And the Sharks are having their 3rd annual Ladies' Night to raise awareness for breast cancer. The Sharks will be wearing a special pink jersey during the game. Now, the jerseys will then be autographed
in auction, with all the proceeds benefiting local organizations who support the fight against breast cancer. And 40% of Saturday's ticket sales will also be donated. Instead of a bouquet, how about treating mom to thousands of beautiful flowers at the South Texas Botanical Gardens this weekend? Moms get in free. That's right, it happens all weekend, but there is a catch. You have to say moms love flowers to get in. The gardens are open 9 to 5 through Sunday. Well, straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon has a look at our weather. But first, a live look from the Ron Hoover RV and Marine City Camp. Stay with us. Your full forecast is up next.
And now, your Action Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon.
Happy TJF, everyone. We finally made it here towards the weekend. It's been a long week with all that heat. Each and every day this week we've been in the 90s with heat indices in the triple digits, and I don't see the heat letting off any here for the holiday weekend. It's a holiday weekend because it's Mom's Day on Sunday. Here's a look at the city cam brought to you by Ron Hoover RV Marine, zoomed into Corpus Christi Bay, and in the background you see Nueces Bay as we're off to a windy evening here in South Texas, but cloud-free as sunshine rules the area. There's some thunderstorms starting to pop up off towards the west on the foothills of the Sierra Madre. Storms not getting to us, but the clouds associated with those storms will, and that's why we'll have partly cloudy skies here for tonight. Temperatures in the 80s in Corpus Christi, even cooler out towards the island at 82, 80 degrees in Rockport, 99. It's still blazing hot in George West, 96 right now in Alice with a heat index of 104. Heat index in Corpus Christi is 92. We did have a wind advisory earlier this afternoon, but the wind advisory has since expired, but still windy out there. Sustained wind here in the city at 32 miles per hour with a wind gust at 37, 35 wind gust in Alice, Kingsville, about a 25 mile per hour wind gust in Falafurias. So here's a look at the big map. There you see those thunderstorms popping up in Mexico, and along this frontal boundary there's additional thunderstorms popping up this evening as there is a tornado watch.
Dallas. The front staying to the north this weekend, and that's why things will stay here for Saturday. Breezy here on Sunday. So as we get towards tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny skies, strong winds out of the south and southeast. As that front kind of sags back and forth, it looks like the winds will let up just a little bit here for Mom's Day, allowing more cloud cover to develop. So partly cloudy skies, still hot in the 90s, but the wind's coming down a bit. Breezy here on Sunday. 87 degrees in the next hour, 81, just a few clouds at 10. And then we showed you those thunderstorms in Mexico. A lot of those clouds are going to be making their way into the area here after midnight. So partly cloudy skies tomorrow morning. 77 is where we wake up. And then in the afternoon, 92, windy, hot with a heat index of 100 degrees. These are daytime highs ranging from 84 in Rockport to 103 in Freer. But here's what's important, the heat index ranging from 90 in Rockport to 108 in Alice. Mom's Day, 92, heat index of 100 with partly sunny skies, breezy and hot for the next 7 days as we stay in the 90s through a week from today.
So A&M Corpus Christi's baseball team playing their last home series of the year?
That's right. They play 3 games at home, and we'll have Game 1 highlights next in sports.
This is your Action 10 News Sports Report with Roland Rodriguez.
We start things off with college baseball. A&M Corpus Christi at home with Northwestern State. Bottom 1, Islanders down 3-zip. Jeremy Merrick starts the inning off with a leadoff double. A few pitches later, Merrick, who went 3 for 5, scores on a pass ball. It's a 3-1 game. Still in the first, my boy Martin Parra crushes. Solo bomb, his 7th of the year. I have bad news. A&M Corpus Christi drops a must-win game, falling 8-7. Both teams do it again Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. In high school baseball news, John Paul II playing Midland Christian in the TAPS 4A regional finals. I'll let you know how things went for those John Paul team at 10 o'clock. Winner advances to the state tournament in Waco May 15th. And last night, the Corpus Christi Hooks bid for their 5th straight win came up really short. Midland pounded out 18 hits to go with their 14-2 win over the good guys tonight. Game 4 of this 4-game series at Whataburger Field starting at 7:05. Today, A&M Corpus Christi's men's tennis team opened the first round of the NCAA tournament with Arizona Islanders knocked out of the tournament, losing 4-0. A&M Corpus Christi finished the season with a 14-9 record. All right, time to talk a little NBA playoff hoops. Tonight in Houston, the Rockets will host the LA Lakers in Game 3 of this best-of-7 Western Conference semifinal playoff series. Houston, not the bully on this team, looking to take care of business, taking a 2-1 lead if they beat the Lakers tonight. Tip-off time set for 8:30. Here's yet another reminder. This weekend, the struggling 1-4 Corpus Christi Sharks will be looking to snap their 3-game losing streak when they host the Tennessee Valley Vipers.
We spoiled the first quarter of the season, and we're 0-1 in quarter number 2, but we've still got 11 games left, and that's 11 more opportunities to pick up a win. So salvage the season, definitely.
First of all, we got to mold together as a team, you know what I mean? Making sure that offense and defense is coming together, you know. Together. I mean, other than that, just got a mold, you know what I mean?
Last year, Tennessee started off 0-3, and they ended up winning the whole thing. This year, we won them 4. We have like a bunch of games left, and they're a pretty good team. And like I tell my teammates, if everybody do what they're supposed to do one by one, then the whole team will gel together as one, and we'll have a pretty good season.
Appreciate it, fellas, and good luck Saturday night. And that is sports.
We'll see you back here at 10.